Hello, everyone on the internet. My name is Minnie, and welcome to Reverie of a Nobleman Servant. We're starting up back again, hitting up fools, murdering things. Yeah, let's get right down to business. Alright, boys, we're gonna start the session now. So, where we left off last time, you all had just started formulating the beginnings of a plot to seek out the individual you guys were looking for, the vampiric Belmont, to find information on Count Renaud Vernier, I think is his name. It is also incredibly difficult to say, so give me a second. Count Renaud Vernier, I was right, okay. And you guys are currently within the town of Esafel, within House Haker's territory to the east. You have little information regarding exact positions, and it is unknown what is currently going on in regards to the trader's exact location and situation. You had come up with 3 separate ideas, one being to go to the Merchants Guild, and, aside a last final idea, 4 ideas in total. One idea was to go to the Merchants Guild, 2 people, or one of them was to go to the sewers and search that area, and one of them was to search the safe houses in the area, if possible. In total, that culminated in the idea of possibly splitting the party into 3 separate groups to go and search. This would have been done in groups of 2. However, we are a down player this week, so one person will have to go on their own to deal with one of the problems or one of the situations.
Or they could join a different.
Or they can join a different group, and that group can go do 2 of them. But and then the final culmination of the plan was to go and watch the
Stake out the manor.
stake out the manor. So, I believe you guys were still discussing details in that morning in the tavern main area. That's where we left off.
Alright, so what's up? Yeah, I suggest the safe houses because, if he hasn't fled the city yet, assuming that he hasn't fled the city yet and he's gone into hiding, that would probably, just be the most logical thing, maybe.
Yeah, I mean we could. So I guess to chase all the leads, how do we want to like divide the party?
I'm fine with dividing the party.
Yeah, I can probably just, go by myself through all the safe houses. If that makes sense. I mean, I don't know.
You might want to be careful. You might not want to be alone.
I can go with Antonya.
Thalia?
Should I possibly see if there is a sewer system under the city? Town or town, right?
Town.
How about this? Do you go with
Like
Antonya?
catacombs?
What if you go with Antonya and Nathanos, and you do both check the sewers and these safe houses that Antonya is talking about?
That'd be smart.
All right. Then me and Glandall will go to the guild. There.
All right.
And we'll return by sundown. So we say.
Yeah, place.
If I no leads, we'll stake out the manor.
All right, sounds
Like
good.
a plan.
All right. Well, good luck with your guys' side. No thanks.
That's to you, Angelo.
Give me a second. I'm setting up some things.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for the thing.
Oh, it's nothing too important. Alright. We're gonna divide up you two into two separate chats for a little bit. While you guys do your investigations. This could take a while, but probably won't take too long. We'll figure it out. So we're gonna start with which group wants to go first?
Let's do the group with more stuff first.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so all of you.
Okay.
You have a goal in mind. You want to check the sewer system for a sewer or catacomb-esque system, and you want to go and investigate any safe houses within the city.
Yeah.
So now you got to figure out how you're going to do that. What you're going to start with, for that matter, too.
It would probably be easier to check and see if there's like a sewer catacomb system first.
Look for any like
Manholes.
Yeah.
manhole covers, mayhaps.
Yeah. All right. Would you guys like
Female
to roll
covers.
investigate for me?
Sure can do.
Ooh, sweet. That's something I'm proficient in.
You're gonna have to remind me how to do that. It's just
Click on investigate.
Yeah.
fair enough.
You just click on where it says investigate on the right, not the check mark.
Oh, you got an 18.
Yeah, he rolled well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so.
It's something I'm good in. Yeah. Yes.
All right, so you guys all walk along wherever you are, and you guys are walking along, and Antonya, as you're walking down the main road, you look off to your left, and in one of the side roads of the city, you see a small manhole cover that appears to be made of a slightly rusted brass of some, or not brass, but you're not quite sure what the material is. It's just a heavy-ish looking metal covering over or at least embedded into the ground, which looks to be a manhole cover.
Alright, so I just signal to Nathanos and Thalia, so, like, since everybody's already kind of, suspicious of, like, us being outsiders, I don't want to try and make a big ruckus, so I just, signal to them to just follow me down here to the manhole cover.
All right, would you like to all roll
As
stealth for me?
discreetly.
Roll stealth.
Oh, fuck.
Didn't know we were going to be discreet about this. Okay.
Why are we being
I mean,
so discreet about it?
Well, I mean,
You look more
he
suspicious.
said last
Especially if you fell like that.
Are you all wearing your armor?
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Roll,
We're literally
Oh, I-
having that moment. We just
roll,
5, 7,
roll
and 8.
initiative.
roll a d100 for me, Thalia.
5, 7, and 8.
All I'm picturing is like we're just walking normally, and then when
Actually,
you hear like,
I rolled a fucking 2.
Yeah, let me look
I
at.
rolled
Technically a
fucking
natural
you rolled a
one
nat
without
one with
the
a +1.
Jesus fucking Christ.
All I'm picturing is just like
This is literally her. Literally just tripping over her own 2 fucking feet.
Roll a d100 for me.
In the middle of a busy town.
Yeah,
That's all this is.
yeah.
Oh, I figured it'd be stealthy because like everybody's already suspicious because of like the dudes
There's no
breaking into the
point.
count's house and everything, and the guards are like on edge. Why would I just try to like call like, hey, over here?
Yeah. All right. Would you like to roll a d100 for me, Thalia?
God.
Slash
all I'm picturing is just
slash
like
r or slash roll space 1d100. Now, I will give you a. Never mind.
I got a fucking 96. That's not gonna happen again.
All right. So
I don't fucking know.
as you guys walk towards the manhole, Thalia, in her unending wisdom, sort of just. Not only does she trip over her feet, she somehow pulls her crowbar out of her bag and sticks it on into the manhole, lifting it up. However, the crash of
Jesus
metal
Christ.
against stone is heard by literally everyone around you, and 3 guards come up behind you and say,
Well,
"What in the bloody hell are you doing?"
I
you
see,
sound
the
like
wise
that.
Australian.
I
Nathanos
You
would,
tripped.
sound funny.
Tripped.
Nathanos would walk
You're
up to
fucking
the
with me.
guard.
I see that you just lifted up that manhole with that crowbar in your hands.
Hold on, no, before Nathanius does anything, I just want to go and be like, no, don't worry, we work for the city, we're just investigating a disturbance.
Oh,
You're gonna say that?
Oh my
Ghostbusters.
god.
You're gonna say that?
Yes.
Roll deception.
Oh,
Ghostbusters
Oh my
2.
God.
They're working on the. They're not even at a manhole. They're just drilling a fucking hole in the fucking road to get to the reverse slime at the bottom. Yeah, it's one of those moments. I feel like.
Nathanos would just step back a bit.
Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna check something.
I hope this works.
Got a 13, dude.
I don't know, maybe he's a stupid guard.
I mean, he comes from the upside down land.
Yeah, so most likely.
Hold the
stupid.
crowbar behind her back and just edge away, like. Nothing to see here.
No.
Nothing to
That
see
doesn't
here,
sound
buddy.
good. That doesn't sound fun.
So, the guard then says, "Oh, that makes sense. Carry on." And he just sort of walks away.
Wait, what did you roll? What did you roll?
I rolled a 1d20 plus 3. He got a nat 1. And then I rolled a 99 on my 1d100. And when he walks away, you could swear he says, "Oi, it's that fucking guy we're searching for." And he starts running off in another direction.
Nathanos would go help Thalia get up.
Thanks.
That's
Is
amazing.
that guy okay?
That's amazing.
He just points at the guard.
The guards all go off at that point. Because they're like, "Oh shit, something actually important."
It's the guard from Whiterun.
Literally.
Alright, we should probably hurry up
Works
before they figure
every
out we
time.
don't work here. Then again, I don't think
Yeah,
we're coming
but-
back anyway.
Well, down we go.
I can't believe I rolled so low there. I was gonna flub the roll originally, but then I was like, you know what, that would be really funny. So
I'm
I'm
gonna
here
go down
for that.
after both of them go down and just
I'll go
close the
down
manhole.
first.
all right, so
I'll just slide
Oh,
down the
he's
bars.
just gonna fucking jump down. Doesn't even fucking care. Just yeet.
all right, so
Yeets into the
I'll
hole.
go down after them and like close the manhole cover over us.
yeah, all of you drop down into the hole, and once you arrive down there, it's very dark. I only think one of you has dark vision.
I do.
You do have
I
dark
can
vision?
fucking see,
Oh
but
yeah,
it
you're a
looks
half
gray.
elf. You're a half elf, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I still have the glowing rock. I can do that. I can have that.
Are you gonna use the glowing rock? No, hasn't light ended at this point? When does light end?
No, I used magical tinkering
Oh,
on it,
yeah.
so it's just indefinite. I mean,
You wasted your magical tinkering
He
on a
rolled
fucking rock.
poorly
I forgot about
for
that.
the-
no,
And so
technically I
at
can just
night,
keep doing
him
it as long as
believing
I
that
have
we're
like,
just working on the
thieves
road.
tools or any sort of like thieves tools or artisan tools.
I know.
And then
But-
my
I mean, it
character
only
tripped
does.
the crowbar open the manhole.
Technically, it's only like pretty much 5 feet of bright light and then like an additional 5 feet of dim light, but it's enough where I can just at least see in front of me, and that's all that
Yes.
matters
So-
to me.
Around you, well, all of you, Nathanos is the only one without dark vision. So, for
I'm
you,
just gonna light a
for,
torch.
for you, yeah. The stench in here is bad, to say the least. Where you are right now is seemingly like one of the offshoot ones. It's not like the main sort of area. But because it's rather thin, it has a space for about 2 people to walk next to each other inside, and that's about it. and the place is occasionally staggered with little alcoves. If you know what if you don't know what an alcove, it's basically like a little inlet, and inside of the inlet is like a little ladder that goes down a little further to a seeming lower section, alongside some water running down. Well, water in quotation marks running down next to it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Smells lovely down here.
I bet it smells about as good as the ships that you're used to.
Actually, the ships smell way better. Like, I feel like salt water smells better than sewer water.
Who would have thought?
I
Take
wonder
the
why.
odds any day over
So,
this.
left or right?
I say we go left.
For the sake of not splitting up the party, I'll go left also.
Alright.
I'll go left as well.
Alright, so
Alright.
you all exit out, or you all, after like sliding down the ladder and turning around. So basically, you've done the ladder was off to the right on the manhole cover. So when you were looking at the manhole cover from the alleyway, it was off to the right of that. You slide down and you turn around, and left would be back in the direction you came from. So you start walking back that way, and as you do, you sort of enter into a larger segment, this seemingly being under the main road from before. It having a lot more room, and from what you could tell, with that torchlight and the dark vision, the occasional beggar and just poor person sort of hiding in the sewer, and like some makeshift sort of wooden walkways over, made out of what looks to be rotting wood, and just overall not very fun times.
Is it like a town full of homeless people?
No, it's just like the
It's
occasional.
just like a few.
There's like
Oh.
maybe 3 in the area that you can see, and
So there's
they look ragged.
definitely a place for people to slip in and out if they absolutely wanted to. From like the city, pretty much.
That's what it looks like, yeah. Sweet. We might find our guy after all.
Nathanos would approach one of the beggars, holding a silver piece.
The beggar looks up and he said, "Oh, how can I help you?"
I'm looking for information on a man called the Vampiric Belmot.
Oh,
Do you
vampiric.
know anything?
No, I don't know nothing, but I do know where you can find something. In these there sewers, I know there's access to some place that they call, what's it called? Oh, fuck. It's a. He sort of like stutters for a second. Here, I'll lead you there, as long as you pay me that there silver piece.
I can do that. Show me the way.
All right.
You know, I never added my points to any of my other things, like my strength or dexterity
Oh,
or
I should
anything
do
for
that.
leveling up.
All right.
Yeah. How many do we get again per level?
1.
Like just 1? I'll put it into intelligence.
All right.
Do you add that?
As you guys walk down the passway, why did I roll that? Anyhow, as you guys,
Goose, to add the +1, go to the little bubble under your skill.
he
and
walks
then
you
just-
along, and he's seemingly very fidgety, and he looks very frail and weak as he sort of walks you along through the sewerways, twitching every once in a while, walking and almost falling over a few times.
Nathanos would just keep following him, not really caring.
And soon enough, you
I'll
arrive.
at least try to support him
All right.
so he doesn't like constantly fall over and like
Well, he
possibly hit his head and die or something, knowing our luck.
Yeah. He walks you along, and he sort of like, his feet sort of pattering against the stones beneath, and he walks across one of those makeshift bridges and into one of the sideways, or one of the side entrances, or whatever the fuck they're called. And he sort of walks you over to a doorway, and he says, I don't know what's past here. I don't go through here. I've heard it's bad news for anybody who goes through there. But I've also heard there's some not very good things down that way. Mainly some people who are less than friendly to passerbyers. You know, he sort of scratches his beard a bit. However, I know that leads to sort of like guild hall or something, or I don't know what it really is, but I know some thieves usually will go through there or whatever. Now, can I get that there silver piece?
What kind of people do you see on average going through here? Are they well armed, or are they just petty thieves?
The hall that I'm trying to send you down now, that little hallway. Generally, I know that inside there's a bit of a. I normally I just see the petty thieves come on through, or at least members of the guild. They sometimes roll on by, but they don't really talk to me or anything. However, inside I've heard from them that if you're not a member of the guild, you know, some of the people that there will tend to rob those that are associated with the guild. You know, that's why I don't go down there. You know, it don't sound very safe for me.
All right. Nathanos would give him the silver piece.
He or do you like throw it, or do you just hand it to him?
Yeah, I just throw it.
He like it goes off like towards the sewer water, and he like jumps for it and lands in the sewer water to catch it, and he's like, oh yeah. He's like really excited about like the silver piece.
Nathanos would look back to Antonya and Thalia. So do you want to go in, or?
Well, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
All right.
Not any other way to go.
All right. Nathanos would open the door, but he would keep a hand on his greatsword and go in.
I'll follow after Nathanos.
All right. So, as you all walk into the doorway, you see that as you open it up, you see that it's a little well lit here, or in comparison. There's the occasional torch, about every 50 foot, that sort of leaves a little bit of dim light in between, but overall you can see a lot better than before.
Would you say this is a tight space?
It can fit about two of you side by side.
Okay.
And the hallway itself appears to be newer than the sewer system proper, but still looks very degraded and kind of grody and disgusting. And the stench in here isn't much better than it was out there.
All right.
Are you guys walking forward at this point?
Mm-hmm.
As you
Can I see if, besides the torches, if there's like anything else that could just, I don't know, be of any use?
roll perception.
That's persuasion.
Wrong roll.
Persuade the walls.
You find like you find some broken shards of like what appears to be like not urns but like vases and stuff like that. But no, you don't find anything of very good value. However, you do find what appears to be a sort of signet of some form. You're not sure what it is though. It's not on a ring or anything. It's just like a little coin about the size of a standard copper piece.
I'm gonna keep that.
The design itself looks to be some form of.
Could I roll history to see if I might know?
Roll. Yeah, roll history. Oh, you recognize this. So, you know this to be the signet of a very particular smuggler that is associated with this guild, and you've met him before, actually. It's been a while, but you have met the man in past times on occasion. The man, let me get his name for you.
Shall you open the big book?
What do you mean?
The big book of names.
The big book of names, also known as Behind the Name. It's my favorite website. Let's go to... I think I used... Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce this, and I'm not even going to try to. It's in Common Chat. Or not. That's the wrong Common Chat.
Campaign General.
It's supposed to be in Campaign General.
It's like ASIN. It looks like ASIN. IASIN.
Ison,
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's looks like to me. Wow, I can't fucking talk today. Damn.
You do know a few more things about him. The man itself is oftentimes...
Fuck, let me pull up my notepad. Hold on.
So you want me to...
Fuck.
You're going to write down notes about what I'm about to say is what you're saying?
Yeah.
The man is known for smuggling into Haker's territory and is from House Haker's territory. He, however, has smuggled from and into places all over the world, including the Rune Shield Confederacy and the Greyseeker Empire, oftentimes avoiding Dawnfellow to the east, as he deems it the market that he usually associates with, that being weapons and oftentimes alcohol, those two being his major markets that he's sort of cornered for himself. Weapons and alcohol, and of course he does do some fencing for people as well, of more black market items. Overall, he's a relatively well-known smuggler, and he's most notable. I think that's
Notoriety.
Notoriety. Most of his notoriety comes from the fact that he is very wanted within House Haker's territory, because he does a lot of under the table deals, and he engages himself in a lot of corruption, and just overall is a menace to a lot of things. The smuggling here, he doesn't typically do smuggling within this town, but he is from here. Is where he is born in Ezefel.
All right. Fuck, I didn't think I'd have to actually try and take notes. I was not prepared, but all right, I'm good now.
All right. As you sort of walk along a bit further, you see a few people down the sort of hall walking towards you. They appear to be wearing, how to describe this, sort of an armor. It's not very well put together. It sort of looks like they are, you know, some form of lower urchin of sorts. They are more sort of associated with the looks of your standard peasant, but with some reinforcings of leather and a little bit of studding on it, alongside one man that sort of stands out as he's also wearing that same sort of outfit, but sort of he's got a nice hat on, and his weapon is different. He doesn't wield what appears to be some form of scimitar. He has a large crossbow on his belt, on his back, and a mace at his side. And
so he's relatively well known.
Yeah, and then there's. You can also you think you see one other dude that's sort of standing way back, but you can't really identify him well.
Can I roll perception?
Roll, yeah. I mean, all of you can if you want to try and identify him, or like at least what he's like dressed with, and what he's like using.
No, I don't see him.
Yeah, no.
Nope, me neither.
So we barely can't. We can barely see
He's
that.
basically on the edge of your like light range, or like you're like not like he's in one of the dim spots. He's sort of hiding in that corner, like sort of section, about 40 foot back from you.
Well, let's not try to pick a fight with them just yet, but
So, what's the sort of order that you guys are getting? Who's at the front? Who's at the back?
I'm all the way in the front.
So, are you guys
I'm in the
Are you guys
middle.
so like? Is it like a? Are you guys walking in a line on one side, or are you like sort of staggered a bit, or how are you guys like walking around?
I'd say a little bit staggered since he
Yeah.
can't see very well. I feel like it would be good for us to just kind of like push him along. So maybe a little staggered,
All right.
maybe.
From what you could tell, there are 4 people approaching you. 3 of those with the like scimitar, and 1 of those with the one guy with the mace.
Oh, great.
I'm gonna keep my hand on my greatsword, but I'm not gonna like initiate an attack.
Do keep in mind you will have disadvantage to attack in this area because it is very tight with that greatsword.
Yeah.
Weapons of with reach or that are of the great quality or two-handers in general are going to be difficult to wield within this hall.
That's why I'm mainly just gonna thrust and stab,
Yeah.
not swing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hand on the grip of my sickle and just
Your sickle.
sickle. I have a sickle.
All right. So, as they approach you, they look upon you all and they say, "What their the guy, the man with the crossbow on his back." He says, "What their adventures like you doing down here in is here Sole? It don't seem like your type of scene."
Why does everybody here have like an Australian or Scottish accent?
Those are the only
We are
two.
in different lands.
I can't do a Greek accent. That's why.
I guess I'll speak for us.
Oh.
Do you want to go?
Or one of you two.
Goose, you're talking?
I was talking to my friend, sorry.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll speak for the group. We are looking for someone. Do you perhaps know of a man named the Vampiric Belmont?
We've heard that name. Sorry. Yeah, we've heard that name. Fuck, I'm changing
We're-
accents. What did I have
This
before?
man's morphing.
Give me a second.
It's the effort that counts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
Shut up.
Scottish.
Yeah, I know I was Scottish.
Scottish. Is it essentially Brynjolf from Skyrim?
No. These guys look like.
Oh, damn.
No, these guys look like more thuggish than your standard guild member of a thieves guild.
Yeah, but does he sound like?
No.
Is my point.
No, he sounds
No.
like. Because I can't do a Greek accent. I would do a Greek accent, but like, these guys all sound they're from the area, which is typically more Greek accent type of thing.
Oh. Yeah, Greek accents aren't very. They aren't very prominent, anyways.
Kev's just playing floating point.
All right.
Do you... Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll not know that name. I'm just gonna go to the section because it's easier, and I've already lost the vibe of the other one. I'll not know that name. The Vampiric Belmont sounds very familiar. Back in the guild back there. I think I've heard it mentioned a few times, you know?
Mhm.
Maybe even saw the bloke once in a while.
We are looking for him.
Ah.
If you could perhaps help us.
Well, if you perhaps give me all the coin on your person, I might just be willing to do that for you.
That's not gonna happen, my dear sir.
Does it look like we have any coin?
Well, yeah. Two of you be wearing chainmail. Quite distinctly looks like you got a bit of coin on you. Now, I'm not sure about that blue elf right there. I'm not quite sure if they've got will.
How do you know we didn't kill someone and take it?
He sort of starts laughing a bit. He then says, "You may look like killers, but not without reason. One of you blokes, you bet. In fact, two of you look like knights of some form. Like you, employed by some lord. The other of you, maybe. I might be willing to believe that. But I'm not that stupid. What do you take me for? I know a fucking...
You're cutting out.
Fuck! I know the work of a law when I see one. And I know that lords pay pretty well. So give me a coin and we'll bring you to the guild, no problem.
Nathanos would unsheath his sword. My dear sir, I said that's not gonna happen.
Roll initiative.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
You too, Thalia. Roll initiative. In your sheet where it says initiative, just click where it says the word
Just
initiative.
click the word.
Oh, sorry, I'm not paying any attention. I'm having a great time
We're in the middle of
in my own world.
Oh,
Holy
fuck.
shit!
Fuck me! Why?
You're going first.
Damn it! I rolled a 20.
All right, I'm gonna roll for 3 different people.
It's a natural 20.
It's an unnatural 20.
It's initiative.
It's 20. You got 19 plus 1. Fuck. Oh, okay.
And
We're
this
not
is
dead
for
last.
the
First in
last
fighting.
dude.
And I'm shitty at fighting.
Or actually, he just gets the 14. So let me set up the table. Or fuck, I can't set up the table. Fuck. Or wait. I can.
We have to roll for it to pop up there.
Yeah, I know. Control U. Fuck. I remember I know you used to know how to set this up. But
You just want us to roll all again?
Item label. No, I got this.
Okay.
I got
I wouldn't mind it. I don't want to go first.
Nathanos.
I'm terrible at fighting.
Antonya. And then Thalia. And then Bandit 1. Fuck.
Ah, yes, the man in the shadows. He's so
Link.
completely unseen. You don't even get to see his name.
Bandit 1.
Stealth stat just so high, like he's just not even
On the
doesn't even
turn
have
order.
any- Yeah. Has bonus damage for sneak attack every attack. Walking in a winter wonderland.
Bandit
Maybe
1.
someone's having fun.
We're about to have fun. We're gonna kill some people.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a nut 1 with everything, and I'm gonna fucking die.
I just
I
can't
already
wait to
know it.
roll a. I just can't wait to roll a 4d6 damage. I don't know what you're talking about.
For fucking initiative. That's where my one good nat 20 went to.
What's my
I'm
stealth
not gonna
stat?
get any
Wasn't
more.
that-
Isn't it my
It was
intelligence?
unnatural. You had a +1 to your roll.
It's still the fact it was a high roll.
All right.
Yeah.
Thalia.
I'm not gonna get it again.
Thalia, it's your turn.
Ah, fuck me. So I guess she's gonna use her longsword and just. Who's she closest to?
Bandit 2. Bandit 2 and Bandit 1 are at the front, followed by
I can just click it to roll it, right?
Yeah. You could just
She's gonna swing at Bandit 2. Oh, well, fuck.
didn't roll.
Hey, don't you gotta roll hit dice first?
No, he
Just gotta click the weapon.
click on the weapon where it says longsword. Just click on it.
She's gonna try to stab the guy,
Yeah.
I guess, because swinging is a bad idea in close quarters.
And such a that is a hit. Roll damage.
Shut the fuck up.
You roll damage by clicking on the longsword in the chat. Where it says longsword in the chat, you click on that.
In the chat?
Yeah, the chat window.
10 slashing.
The man, you stab him through like his side. It just starts, and as you
Jesus.
pull it out, just a lot of blood starts to like pus out at a high amount, and he spits out a bit of blood too. As retaliation,
Oh, this is gonna suck.
Bandit 2 was at a 18. Bandit 2 proceeds to swing at you. What do I have to beat? What's your AC?
AC is 11.
Do you not have a set of chainmail on? Or a
Hey.
shield?
I don't think I have it equipped.
Did you not equip it? Before going into these...
Yeah, shield's equipped.
So the shield's equipped, but not the chainmail.
I believe. Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't know how to use Roll20, okay? I've never used Roll20 for
It
anything.
doesn't
Alright.
specify if it's equipped or not. It's just whether or
Yeah,
not...
there's a...
moment.
I have it on,
So
but
you're
I
wearing
don't
the chainmail?
know...
So it's a 16 plus 1 plus 2. Or it's a 16 plus 2. That's an 18. So you have an 18 armor class right now.
Oh.
Okay, so that's what I've got to beat.
Okay.
And he sort of, when he goes to hit you, it just sort of dinks off of your chainmail. And it was like sort of like a wussy slash, probably because he just got stabbed in his fucking stomach.
Hooray!
Oops.
Uh,
My hand slipped.
the man with the mace backs
Lord
up a
help
little bit, and then he pulls out his giant crossbow and aims it at Thalia.
Jesus. Fuck me. Just... Jesus.
And I hit.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that fucking hit.
And it hits you in your shoulder and does 3 damage. You just change your
So
current hit points. Did you not level your health?
Yeah. Nope.
Oh, I need to level mine.
I'd recommend you do that right
I
now.
leveled
roll
mine.
roll for health right now.
I don't know how to do it.
Just roll a
Uh,
d10. Slash R 1d10 and then add it to your health.
Slash D10.
And then you add
Oh,
your
boy.
constitution to that. So Thalia, roll a d10. So you add 9 plus 2, so 11.
Okay.
And then you add that to your hit point maximum and your current hit points.
So that leaves me at...
Oh yeah,
When-
Brandon, did you do that?
Yeah, I did that
Okay.
as soon as we leveled up.
So, and then you change your hit point maximum as well. So it's right now, and then you add an 11 to that. So that's 20, that's 30. No, your hit point maximum isn't 22. You had a 12 before, and you add an 11 to that, so that's 23. And you lose 3 hit
23.
points, so you're at 20.
Okay.
12 plus
So.
Dex modifier.
As you,
Such a bad me to play because I'm so bad at math.
yeah, and then
Simple fucking math.
Bandit 1. He looks at the man with the big sword, and he decides, I'm gonna hit that. And he decides, I'm gonna smack that with my big sword, or my little sword, and I'm gonna just slash at him. And I'm gonna get an unnatural 20.
No? Unnatural.
I said unnatural.
Okay.
I said unnatural
Wait,
20.
who is he hitting?
No, the first part of your
The
thing
man
cut
with the
out,
big
so it
sword.
sounded natural.
Is he hitting me?
You don't
No.
have the big sword. The big sword is Nathanos.
I have the big sword.
Okay.
Run D20.
I'm having a day, let me tell you guys.
It's damage. I gotta roll for damage.
That's good.
And he does. Oh, he does a solid cut along your chest. It sort of breaks through your armor, and just sort of. No, it doesn't hit your chest. It hits you in the shoulder and digs in a little bit, and it does not feel good. And then he pulls it out, and he doesn't step back, but he sort of like takes like a quick step back, so he's still within snacking distance, but he's like prepared, you know, prepared for the counterattack. And then it's your turn, Nathanos.
All right. I lower my greatsword right in front of him to make sure he sees it with the many carvings I have carved into it, and I go to thrust it into this man.
All right.
Archie or
That is
Rune Knight?
No, he's not a Rune Knight. He miss.
Damn it.
You go to stab him, and then he just sort of dodges out of the way, and he's like, "Ooh, you didn't get me." Antonya,
This guy's an asshole. Okay.
Antonya, it's your turn.
20. Oh, fuck. What's everybody's HP at right now? How are we all doing?
I'm at 17.
I'm at 20.
Alright, y'all are still good. Okay, let's see. How far away is... Or, I guess the better question is, who's closest to me?
You are not within stabbing range of any of them, and you can't be because the room is only wide enough to fit both of them at the front. You are currently in the back line, as those two have run up to the front and stabbed.
Alright, I'll just try and, like, peek through them, and I'll use Acid Splash on Bandit 1.
Acid Splash, alright. A roll... is that... What do I have to roll for... Sorry, I'm gonna look at your sheet. They must succeed on a... Bandit 1? That's...
Yeah.
Bandit 1?
Is there anybody next to Bandit 1? Because if there is, I'll just go for both of them.
That's me.
Like, are there any enemies next to him?
Yeah,
I
Bandit
guess
2.
is the better question.
They're next to each other.
Alright. They're, like, within 5 feet?
Yeah. And behind him is
Alright,
Bandit
so
3.
Well, I can only hit 2 with it, so I'll just hit Bandit 1 and then the
Bandit 2?
bandit next to him with Acid Splash.
Alright. Give me a second. Let me check something. Okay. 15.
Wouldn't that hit us because it's AoE?
No.
Okay.
Alright, he's so both of them have to roll dex saves. 1d20.
Is he just gonna bounce off the wall to dodge it
What's
if
my
he
spell
manages
save
to
DC?
dodge it?
What do I have to beat? I have to beat it. Bruh.
Oh.
What's my spell save DC?
I don't know, it doesn't say. It didn't say on the thing when I just copy and pasted it.
Well, what's your... Let me look up the Artificer real quick. It didn't do it automatically, which is weird. Artificer... spellcasting...
Yes.
Ability is 8 plus proficiency bonus plus intelligence modifier. So it's 8 plus 2 plus... Or 8
3.
plus 3, so that's 13. So I've got to beat a 13. Fail. Success. So Bandit 1 gets hit. Bandit 2 does not. Bandit 2 dodges.
Alright.
Do damage, or roll for damage.
5 acid damage.
5, alright.
Yep.
So Bandit, that Bandit's not looking too hot, but also not looking terrible either, you know? Give me a second. Alright, so it is now Bandit 3's turn. Bandit 3, bro, why are you at a 4?
You just need golden.
Bandit 3 is going to pull out a light crossbow and shoot at Antonya. It is a 10. That does not hit. And it sort of goes over your left shoulder and sort of whiffs over it.
Right.
And it is now
Also-
Thalia's turn.
That the glass out.
What?
I cover up your windows.
Thalia,
You want to be able to sleep.
your turn.
Sorry, keep going.
It's your turn.
What's the situation with the guy that I saw?
He's still alive, but he's looking very, very bad right now. He's just not looking too hot right now, you know?
She's gonna stab at him again with the long sword.
Roll a hit. Roll hit.
You click on the weapon.
Roll hit!
I'm.
It's probably just delaying for us.
Okay. That's a hit. Roll damage.
It's lagging.
Oh, well.
It's
Oh, okay.
It still hits
It
anyway.
hits. With all three of those, it hits. Roll damage. Does 9 damage. Okay. Plus 3.
Oh, because she clicked on the one that was a natural 20.
Yeah.
I
think it's safe to assume he's dead.
Yeah, well, either way, you just had to get minimum. Yeah, you stab him straight through the heart, and he fucking keels over and dies. And,
He's fucking dead.
yeah, he's very dead. He's down to -8.
She's just gonna look at him and be like, "Well, I think he's dead."
Alright, Bandit 2
Did that one hit you?
fucking died. Alright, the thug, now realizing that he's in a bit of danger, because the person in front of him just fucking died, is going to drop his heavy crossbow.
I'm in danger.
And he's going to pull out his mace, and he's going to go and bonk you over the head with it.
Angry bonk.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
he made sure to get that bonk.
It's... We're 1d6.
Fuck.
It's 2, and then we're going to double this.
Bonker so hard, it's like destroying
it does
your
6
connection.
damage.
Roll on that one.
It does 6 damage. Thalia,
Could be worse.
take the 6 damage, Thalia.
I'm not dead yet.
Bandit 1, realizing...
I just did.
Bro, why did you go? Bandit 1 is going to proceed to realize, oh fuck, oh god, I might die here. And he's going to
Oh,
proceed...
fuck, oh god.
He's going to proceed to attempt to stab the man again in front of him. To try and eliminate him from the equation, because he's been less than effective in combat thus far. And he misses. In his panic, he sort of swings off to your side and smacks against the stone a little bit and gets staggered for a second.
Alright. Nathanos would retaliate and attempt to stab him.
Roll stab.
It was just sitting there with the sword on the wall.
That's a hit.
Okay, so
Damage.
I wonder if I click this, does it roll damage?
You gotta
Okay,
click on
we're
the name.
not done
You have to
yet.
click on the name.
Yeah, I just rolled oh.
Like that.
Mhm.
So do it again. Do it. Oh, yeah. You stab him straight through the heart. His heart, like, the area around his heart just fucking looks like it freezes up a bit. And he just fucking
Hold on. I
keels
still
over.
rolling damage.
You
What?
need smooth.
Okay. I would attempt to use intimidation by holding this man up as
Wait,
I'm
you didn't roll
stabbing him through
damage.
the heart.
You haven't rolled damage yet. I just...
You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it the good old fashioned way. 2d6 plus 2.
That's 2d5.
And that's within 2d6 anyway. Unless you want me to roll 2d6, I roll 2d6.
It's fine, man. If you don't want to do it, that's fine.
I'm not done rolling damage. I still have 2 more rolls.
You have one.
That's the
That's...
campaign goal.
It's going good, Sky.
1d6 plus 1.
Is he in the sewer?
Yeah, they're in the sewer right now.
And with one of my runes glowing blue on him, freezing this man over with an extra 1d6.
Why? Just gonna overkill?
I have plenty of runes.
Just gonna overkill
Yeah.
him? Alright.
Yeah, no, I'm using this to install fear in the other two that's surviving.
Who are they
I feel like
fighting
this
in
is
the
payback
sewer?
Bandits.
because you
They're
missed
fighting
them the
bandits.
first time.
Generic
They
11
found the
health
sewer
bandits.
So basically,
feel like-
Winter Rift in.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like this is really just retaliation because he went to hit him and he missed, and the bandit said, "Ha, you missed."
10, 5, and 6. So that's
Pretty good.
21 damage.
I'm not even doing
I just
anything.
lift this man up
6
into the
minus
air,
21.
and this man just freezes completely in the ice as I tell the other two to put their weapons down now and leave.
Roll
With the
intimidation.
echoes throughout the hall.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
What would the advantage be?
Just roll intimidation. You get higher roll. And you fail.
Well, this man freezes in ice as I rip my sword out and he explodes out through the hallway. Because icy blast.
Yeah. Alright, so Antonya, it's your turn.
Alright,
You just saw a man get impaled, and both of them get impaled through the chest. One of them getting
One
lifted
exploding.
into the sky and exploding in a cold, icy storm.
So, how many are left? Just 2?
Jesus.
Yeah.
My friend thinks it's tasty.
And then Bandit 1 is the closest one, or I guess there's only one left now. Bandit 3.
Bandit 3 and Thug.
Jesus.
Bandit 3 and...
She called it mincemeat.
Right now, you are
It's
Are you
mincemeat.
behind Nathanos or Thalia?
I think I'm kind of behind both of them, and I just kind of like duck through them to try and acid splash the.
Can I just
We'll say
step
for the
back?
purpose of
into-
equations that no, you can't because it's not your turn. We'll say you're behind Nathanos for the sake that you hit Bandit. You were trying to hit Bandit 1 first. You go. That means that Bandit 3 is the closest, but Nathanos is still in between you and Bandit 3.
All right, I'll throw it at
What are you doing?
throwing my trident at
Fucking
Bandit
eat it.
3,
All right.
and I have it infused with
Return.
yeah, so I get a +1 to attack and damage rolls.
All right. Roll hit.
Bitch, you tried it around.
That's damage.
Oh,
Wait, what?
yeah.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
the same
okay.
problem.
I gotta fix it. +1. And damage is also a +1. Go. Hit. Roll damage by clicking 6 damage. How does the return function work?
As soon as I throw it, after attacking and everything, it just immediately returns to my hand.
All right, so you just throw it. You just you do the fucking generic overhand throw. You throw it. It goes past Nathanos' head, and it hits him dead in the chest, and it hits the right side of his chest more and it's slightly spun, so it was up and down vertical in comparison to side to side like we had it before, and it just instantly exits, some blood pouring out of the wound, and comes back to your hand.
And then, yeah, I guess that's my turn.
Yeah. Bandit 3. Fucking hell. Stop deleting the fucking numbers. Alright, anyhow. Bandit 3 just got stabbed in the chest. And since he is currently still not within melee, he drops his crossbow and he goes to attack the nearest person to him to take him out before he definitely is going to go down, and he goes to stab Nathanos. And he hits him, but it sort of bonks off his armor.
I just give him this cold death glare.
Thalia, it's your turn. There's Bandit 3 and Thug left.
Which one is she closest to?
thug.
Big surprise! I'm gonna use the longsword and stab the thug.
Damn. Okay.
All right.
Nine damage.
Yeah, you stab, right?
Yep, stab.
All right, you go from the 9 damage. That's you stab him like through his like right shoulder and pull out, and he's like ah, damn that hurt.
Yeah.
Ah fuck.
That. Well, shit.
All right,
He ain't
God.
swimming shit.
and then he can still attack like statistically, and he goes to bonk you with his mace again after the previous bonk.
Alright, I'm gonna end up getting killed by this fucker.
And he misses
Fails.
because of the hole in his shoulder. And it's Nathanos' turn.
He missed. Didn't get bombed.
I go to lift my greatsword and then just go to ram it into the man in front of me that's bleeding heavily.
Bandit 3.
Yeah.
Alright, roll hit. That's a hit.
Okay.
Roll damage.
I just
Oh, that's
slammed the
me.
greatsword down into this fucking man.
Tony, do you not know how damage works?
I just rolled damage.
Click on the name.
God.
In the chat!
Oh, that's where you click. Okay.
Okay. You do 10 damage. He just sort of keels over and fucking dies.
8 damage in total.
He just fucking dies.
He's fucking dead.
And
He ain't coming back.
Antonya, there's only one man left standing. That being Thug.
That motherfucker needs to die already. Jesus Christ.
I'll throw my trident at him.
You're throwing Trident.
Yes.
You gotta get Trident
Yeah.
enchanted next time you get back.
What?
Roll hit.
Ah.
Hit. Roll damage.
Fuck yeah.
It sort of like stabs in like a part of his left arm. It didn't hit very well. It was like a meh hit, you know? It was kind of disappointing. Like after the prior hit where it was like dead center in his chest, it was just kind of a you know? Alright, Thalia. Your turn.
I bet you can guess what I'm about to
You
do.
gonna stab him?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Have you grabbed any of your level 2 stuff yet?
Nope.
Miss.
That didn't fucking hit. Damn it.
Yeah. He just sort of like, fuck you. And then he... God fucking damn it.
Fuck you.
I mean, it's gonna maintain the order.
I know, but it's still annoying. Anyhow,
Yeah.
in his anger with being stabbed, he goes to attack Thalia twice with a one strike, then a second strike.
That's how I fucking die.
You'll live.
Nope.
One hit.
Tis but a scratch. Jesus fuck.
7 damage.
Yeah, you'll live.
She is down to less than 1/3 of her total health. Anyhow,
I'm at 7 fucking health.
Oh fuck.
alright, it is now Nathanos'
What?
turn.
This
I
is not
go-
very.
I lift the greatsword out of this poor man's corpse, and then I go to stab the greatsword into the thug.
Into Thug. Alright,
Yeah.
go to roll to hit. Roll.
The Thalia tech.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Is he fucking dead yet?
Are you gonna use another rune?
No, this is just does the I'm calculating the frost. I'm not using a rune.
Okay. Well, the frost is already calculated in.
Oh.
Do you see not
I need
6 slashes,
really
4
little
frost?
thing.
I added it onto the sword,
Oh, okay.
and he does
Alright.
8. He is.
Is he dead?
No, he's still standing.
I go to use a rune,
Okay.
and this time I'm gonna use Plague Strike, so the sword gets all diseased looking.
Boppin'.
Roll damage for Plague Strike.
He's just chilling.
He's still not dead.
Let me look at
Jesus.
what
Are
the.
you gonna use another rune? Do you really need this?
No. No. Okay. Make a Constitution save throw.
Why? I mean, what's the DC? Is it your spell save DC? If it is, it's 12.
Okay, sure.
Success.
Darn.
What happens?
It would just be another D6 of damage.
Oh, if I failed?
Yeah.
Alright.
How's this man not giving up?
Antonya, it's your turn.
You know what? I see Thalia looking not too hot, so I'm just gonna use Cure Wounds on her.
Alright. So you're gonna touch Thalia. 1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier. Roll 1d8 and then
So
add your
what
spell. Okay, your spellcasting ability
intelligence, right?
is intelligence plus proficiency bonus.
So 3, 4, 5.
So yeah, it's a 5, or it's a d8 plus 5. 7 health. You get 7 health back, Thalia. And then it's your turn, Thalia. Gonna finish him off?
Yeah.
Stab. Roll stab.
Stabby stab.
Oh,
I can't fucking hit shit now.
roll
I'm
1d100
mad.
for me. It's because you got that unnatural 20 on your initiative. You just sort of whiff the hit. You're fine. The thug, in his unending wisdom, realizes, oh shit, Nathanos just almost fucking murdered me instantly. He's a bigger threat at this point. And Thalia can't hit shit, so it's like, oh, well, fuck. And he's gonna try and double hit you.
Hit me or
No.
Me.
Oh.
Nathanos.
okay.
And he gets 1 hit. And
Yeah,
he
I
does
can't
7
hit it
damage.
Okay, I'm at 10 health.
Yeah.
Look a little worse for wear.
All of you are looking a little worse for wear.
Except for me, I haven't been hit once. I'm great.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Nathanos.
I'm doing
Yes.
fantastic.
I go to stab this man into the wall.
I'm about to grab
hit.
the CL and shove her in front of
That's
me.
a hit. Roll damage.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I healed you for 7 health, okay?
What the fuck did you do to it?
Off with the fucking trident.
I think it's counting the critical.
Okay, so it's 9 plus 5. So that's
Just run.
still
your
14
life.
damage. So yeah, you just ram
use-
him through and he gets pinned against the wall.
Oh shit.
Combat is
Is he
over.
dead?
Oh yeah, he's dead. He's fucking
Oh,
dead.
okay.
That's attractive.
I just
Yep. I used one of my spell slots too. That's great.
I have 2
Who
rooms.
else are we fucking
I've just, I've just exploded a man and made a man look like he was dead ridden with the plague. Alright.
Yeah. He just sort of he coughs out a little bit of blood and then fucking dies against the wall on your sword.
fucking dies. Oh.
Oh shit, he's dead.
Oh fuck!
No,
Oh
but
fuck!
didn't
He's
get him back
fucking
up.
dead.
Alright. I just clean my sword of its blood and then sheath it.
But yeah, now I'm down a spell slot, so let me change this. I have 1 remaining.
All right. As you all are out of combat, a man walks towards you. He's wearing different clothes. This time, he's wearing what appears to be leather studded with metal, and he looks a little finer. He looks a little more well dressed than the others, and he says, "See, you survived them. Congratulations." Now, I'm not going to come over here and ask you for your money or anything. Now, that would just be cruel. Now, wouldn't it? You basically
Slimy
passed.
bastard.
You basically passed. Besides, even 3-on-1, in y'all's condition, you wouldn't stand a chance.
Might I ask who you are?
Oh. Well. You might know me. As he sort of walks out of the shadow, I'm going to reference something. I'm Iason. Iason Metaxas. Now, I wasn't at all associated with that group, however, you know. I thought it'd be a nice thing to watch. So, I'm guessing you all are looking for the guild then.
Correct.
Well, since you got through those lads all good, I'll lead you there. They won't mess with nobody else will mess with you now that I'm here.
I just like kind of peek over Nathanos. Hi, do you remember me? We've worked together before.
Yes, I think your name was Antonya, correct?
Yes. Hi, here, I found this on the floor back there, and then I hand him his signet.
Yes, I think one of my guys was holding on to this. I accidentally dropped it somewhere. Good thing you found it. I was looking for it, actually. He takes it and he puts it in a... He flips it once, and on the other side is it's a different symbol, but looks relatively similar, you know? And then he flips it over like onto his other hand, and he's like, well, good luck for you all. And he puts the signet into his pocket, and then says, well, if you all would like to come with me. He turns around and starts walking towards the guild. By the way, there is a reason I said you would not stand a chance against him. He is the equivalent of a level 5.
Jesus. Why?
You can't be famous if you're not high level.
I mean, that's true.
So
Nathanos would follow behind the man.
he walks along and walks along. Soon enough, you all arrive at what appears to be a nice tavern hall. And that is where I will leave you all for a bit as I go to the other group.
Alrighty.
Take
another-
Alright, I'm back. I'm here, boys.
Stat.
Oh. Here, hold on. Let me swap. this
Yeah, that
to
was like
my
an hour and a half,
computer.
Chris.
Wasn't an hour and a half.
It was like an hour.
Yeah, they had a fucking long thing to do.
They had a combat.
Well, yeah, that alongside their initial investigation. And the combat dragged on a lot longer than I thought it would. Like,
Because they're bad players.
damn, called out. Anyhow,
I didn't call you out, I called them.
I know.
And, I'm not wrong.
So, your plan is to go to the tavern. Or go
No,
to
it
the
isn't.
guild hall.
Well, yeah.
No, it isn't.
no,
We're gonna
not
go
yet.
to the guard post.
So remember that guard captain that kind of like gave us kind of like shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and convince them that we're actually bounty hunters, and although that we originally came here for pleasure,
Now that we know
There's
there's
now
someone here,
opportunity
we want to
for-
convince them to create a bounty for us at least.
yeah,
And then
And
so it's going to be
potentially-
less suspicious when we're like staking out
not only that, but we could potentially get like a what's
warrant.
it called, like physical features. What there's a list of that.
Huh?
Like his description.
A description, yeah,
Oh yeah, description. We have a description, but yeah, a better description would be
a better description.
Alright.
So to the guard outpost, where would we find him?
I mean, the guy that you met before, or like the guard captain?
The captain.
Captain.
The
At-
random ass guard doesn't matter.
Yeah, he would be at the guard post.
Okay, let's go there.
Yeah.
Or probably at the guard post. That's the standard
Probably.
location of most guards.
Yeah. So
You walk along, and soon enough, you arrive at the guard post. you hear them talking something about some crazy people who one person fell over and opened a manhole, but then they thought they spotted the dude before the conversation quiets down as they recognize your existence. They then say, "How can we help you?" Or one of the guards says that. That's like near the entrance.
Hello, we would like to talk to the guard captain. I
And
am now a Khajiit.
can I ask why?
We would like to discuss a bounty for the man.
Well, he might take interest in that. I can't guarantee that you'll get what you're looking for, but all right.
Worth it.
The guard then steps aside and opens the door for you, and then as you look inside, there's a lot of guards in sort of different states of disarray or confusion.
Makes
or
sense. There's probably a few hundred in the town.
A good few guards that are just sort of walking around quick paces, some of them holding boxes of what appear to be paperwork.
Nice. Paperwork. Yeah.
Just a lot of clusterfuck shit here.
Yeah. Shit happened. They got a lot of paperwork now. Bureaucracy.
Yeah. Anyhow, one of the guys says, "Which who are you looking for?" As he's sort of quickly
Guard
walking
captain.
by. Second floor.
The guard captain.
Second floor. His office should be up there.
All right.
Thank you. I bow my head and I start walking.
All right.
Or like I nod my head.
As you walk up the stairway into the second floor, you arrive and see a few offices and a lot of just open area with different desks and what appears to be an armory in the far back that is that you saw was connected to the bottom floor. But you walk along and you eventually see an office that looks a little larger that is labeled Captain behind a name. Let me get behind the name up real quick. Give me a second.
Yeah, can we get the fucking it in the chat?
Yeah, you will.
You wanna watch Floating Point?
No. Captain Alexio Floros.
Okay.
Alexios, okay.
Would you like to knock or do you want me to knock?
Yeah, nah, you can do it.
Alright, I knock.
Alright, as you knock on the door, you hear a...
A man approached you from behind. Yeah, what do you need?
That would be funny. As you approach the door and knock on it, he says, "Come in."
Alright, yeah, I open the door.
Inside appears to be a man of relative tall stature, dressed in what appears to be a nicer set of armor, chainmail with a tabard on back, or a tabard on him, and what appears to be a cape with the house sigil on it, and he says, "How can I help you, sir?" Or sirs, rather.
We have entered town recently and have heard of some troubles.
Yes.
And would like to. And we are. While we originally came here just to rest for a while, we are bounty hunters.
Roll deception.
I can't even finish my sentence. I'm not on my sheet. Roll deception. Fuck.
I mean, aren't you like good at deception?
Yeah, but fucking Goose like, oh, we always roll for stuff.
Nah. In this case, I think this is
I
warranted of a deception check.
Why?
What?
What reasoning does he have to not believe me?
Well, your outfit.
Okay. How does that warrant?
You don't look like a
Why?
or you don't look like a bounty hunter. You have a more noble-esque appearance to you.
Right, and So what is that gonna do? Is he gonna be like, no, you look like a noble? I'm like, yeah, I'm a noble. that likes hunting bounties.
No, he's just gonna. Does he believe that your intentions? It's basically deception versus insight.
I mean, to be fair, I am hunting him down, and I would be hunting him down for a bounty.
Yeah, it's just
So
a matter of will he believe you and your intentions.
deception.
Yeah, you pass
That's
with
my
ease.
role.
He's
Oh,
like
fuck. Why am I at the top of chat?
he speaks up and says, "Ah, yes, bounty hunters. Well, I'm not sure I can help you very much. The account has specifically stated that he does not really want this on the record.
Well, this doesn't necessarily have to be an official bounty either.
So you're simply asking from,
If we find him,
If
we are going to be putting resources to finding him. We would like some compensation.
We'd like to ensure, don't go home without anything.
Well, I suppose that could be arranged, shall we say. I will see to it that if you happen to capture the man, that you are justly compensated for it. Cannot say the pay will be amazing, given the fact that, the costs of this have already been immense, but
it will be paid.
But I suppose, it will do.
Then can you inform your... We have a plan with some others to be watching the estate, because we have reason to believe that he might try to come back. And so we planned to watch around the estate. And we don't wish to be hounded by the guards, which is part of the reason we are approaching them.
Alright. I suppose that such things can be arranged. I will inform the garrison at the estate.
Thank you.
Just one more thing. Do we got any specific physical features? We got a basic description, but we just want to know.
Well, let me first ask
anything
what you already know, so that I can work from there.
Where was his scar?
It was on his right eye, I think.
And he had brown hair?
Brown hair, green eyes.
Brown hair, green eyes.
We know he has green eyes, brown hair, and a very distinguishable scar down his right eye.
Yes. Well, let me go into a little more detail there. He doesn't have too many distinguishable features. He doesn't look too rugged, shall we say. He appears to be well shaven to a degree, with only light stubble on his face. He appears more noble-esque, frailer than the standard peasant, so we're not exactly sure too much about his origins, but we do know that, he has more of a slimmer figure. He is typically found wearing black cloaks or some equivalent of such. Is there anything else that I could help you?
Typically. So you spotted him multiple times.
Yes.
Do you have a... Does there seem to be a pattern?
Well, we've spotted him in and out of the town. One time, we had located him within the sewer system. However, we were unable to catch him as he went into a place that we cannot quite access, shall we say.
See? Why would the sewers, with no real way to sneak out of the village besides a small pipe that's constantly leaking feces, be where a thief would hide?
The sewers have access to a certain underguild, shall we say, that the Count does not want us interfering with.
Are we allowed to have more information, or is it
I'm
under wraps?
afraid I cannot say.
Very well.
I can only say that the Count has told me that such matters are not to be discussed. However,
I see.
I'm sure that in your investigation that you'll find out more on your own.
All right.
Your Honor? The fuck? Why do you call me Your
He
Honor?
didn't say your honor.
Okay.
I didn't say that at all. He said on your own.
I heard it.
On your own.
Oh, on your own. I heard Your Honor. And I was like, what? I'm a judge now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that all?
Yes, that'll be all.
Yep.
Then good luck. And he gives you a light wave as you walk out of the room. Then close the door.
I gave him.
Yeah,
I
that's-
give him a small bow. And
I'm
I
a
Alright.
nod back.
Then
like-
he returns the bow
Pog.
as you walk out of the room.
I'm not trying to hide that I'm like noble, and I'm not trying to hide that I'm trying to find this dude. So the fact that we're bounty hunters, the only part that's lying about that is the bounty part.
You're just hunters.
Yeah. Okay.
So shall we go? I mean, I feel like we know where we need to go. The guild, yeah.
Yes, it would be the Underguild. They would probably
Taking
you'd
refuge.
either be there, or there would be more information there.
Yeah. I doubt.
There's not-
I doubt if I doubt a guy wants to stay there for very long, considering he's wanted by the entire town. It'll be only a matter of time before
Have you heard of honor among thieves?
Yeah. But there's also, I wouldn't be surprised if some were willing to undercut that.
This is true. Well then, let us go. I believe that was under the guild or in close proximity.
What you were told by the bartender is that if you go to the merchant's hall, that there are some members of the thieves or of the underguild there.
And now we know there's also an entrance in the sewer.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to the
Merchants Guild?
hall.
Yeah.
The Merchants
Yeah.
Guild Hall. The Raymond Merchants Guild Hall. So,
Raymond.
you head out of the guild house. Some people regard you, most of them, to distracted with other tasks.
Why would they regard us? They're like, oh, who the fuck are you?
No, they're like
We're just leaving.
they give you light nods and whatnot, and as you head
Yeah,
out.
yeah. No, I just found that.
They acknowledge our existence.
Yeah.
And then they'll look at you, or they just give you a look or whatever. And as you head out, you head out, not across town, but like a decent distance within the town, to a one of the close parts of the gate, closer towards the western gate in particular, towards Hazel. And as you approach there, you see a good few merchants discussing things, business or whatever, something that doesn't generally interest you in your matters.
False. Plain.
So you, nothing.
This is valuable information
Uh,
because I need to know.
There's nothing that in specific that you can pick out. There's a lot of people talking about different things, and none of them are regarded.
So it's like,
None of them are regarding specific topics that you would take interest in. Is what I was trying to say. Like it's like, oh yeah, there was we had a good deal with Hazel trading between here and Aneta, or stuff like that.
okay.
Mm-mm.
God, you just made up some names real quick. Real quack.
Yep,
Um,
just on the fly. Yeah,
yeah.
you just sort of walk
So
in.
what was that name?
Aneta?
Aneta?
Yeah,
Okay. Not Aneta?
Aneta. Aneta.
Yeah, I see it.
The village.
Aneta. Okay.
Alright.
So I walk in.
All right. As you walk inside of the merchant hall, A few people are a little confused. They're unfamiliar with your face. However, merchants come and go all the time, so they don't regard you with much contempt or
Nothing new.
anything. There's a few people discussing different details. Within the hall proper, there's the main area, which appears to be more of a communal area. There's a bar over there that can also be gone to. But a lot of the tables are dedicated to people having a bit of meat, and with like a few papers in front of them discussing trade deals or whatnot, and
yeah.
different trade routes that they could take, and all sorts of things.
Okay. So, if I'm gonna be honest, you probably look more like a peddler than me.
Yeah, I would.
However,
I mean, do you
I
want to
mean,
use the noble card again, or no?
no, I don't. I just want to use my thieves cant, which can I cover that up without talking?
Like, can you do thieves' cant without speaking?
Well, no. So it's hand symbols, right?
Yeah.
And it's hidden inside of general motion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So can I do that without outwardly just talking to someone and hiding it in like hand motions with talking?
You'd have to talk to somebody. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I could just talk to Riley. We could just go sit in the communal area.
Like, oh, actually, a good way to play this. I won't tell you guys what to do, but if you're trying to play merchant and somebody that he's trying to sell to.
Oh, we could search for a buyer of some goods that don't exist.
Yes. So here's the thing, you're a better persuader than me.
Yeah.
So you have to persuade them to buy something that's worth like nothing. So did you get something from the random box?
From the random box?
Yeah.
Explain.
Oh, were you? Oh wait, that was the other campaign.
Yeah, that was
Okay, we have
the random trinkets box.
Yeah. What's something that we could sell?
Riley's got a lot of things he could theoretically sell.
This guy have a.
Well, I mean, I do too.
I got general supplies, rations.
My dagger's kind of ornate, right?
Oh, well, yeah. It's nicer. I wouldn't say it's like too fancy, but it's a nicer with like
I got,
a bit of engraving and whatnot.
I got a set of some clothing, like costumes, fine clothes. I got a disguise kit I could try to sell.
I don't know. I feel like if we could just be talking about things like, oh, it was a long journey and stuff.
I mean, we could do that too.
And just during that, I'm just making weird ass hand motions. Well, it's not even weird to you.
No, it's hidden in plain sight.
Yeah. And like I'm just trying to shoot people messages like I'm interested in the
Underguild.
Yeah, the Underguild.
So are you guys gonna do that? Is that your ploy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you guys gonna go sit at a table or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
I mean, we have some eyes on it.
Yeah. Well, of course. As you walk and find a table designed for around 3 people, you both sit down and you start having your conversation. Cow doing his hand motions, hand signals.
Excuse me, who is doing it?
Glandall doing his hand motions, hand signals, whatever the fuck, you know.
Yeah, it's like, it's not like symbols or anything. It's like Yeah.
I know. And then he's like, after about 5 minutes of doing that, another man, who appears to be in finer clothes, looks like he's decently wealthy. He sits down and he starts to talk to you both about some trade agreement. But in Thieves' Cant, he's saying to Cow.
It's like we're passing notes.
Yeah, and in Thieves' Cant, he's saying to Cow, so I hear you have interest in the Underguild.
Yeah, man, it sounds lit, bro. No.
He then says,
Yes,
perhaps we should talk about this in another location.
Would you want to do that in private, or could my compatriot join as well?
if he is with you, then I do not mind. He is basically what he says, and he stands up and he motions for both of you. He says in conversation.
Yeah, he just like,
He
you
said,
know what? That's the deal. Just randomly.
Yeah,
And then he stands up, and I just stand up completely like
Yeah.
not phased, and you're just like, the fuck.
Riley, roll insight.
Wisdom, insight. Yeah.
Roll insight for me, Riley. You have no fucking clue what's going on. You just hear,
Yeah, I
and
just
that's
look
a
to you.
deal. And he like shakes Glandall's hand.
Yeah. And we just both stand up, and I just look at
Angelo.
Angelo.
Angelo will, get up as well and just make a note to himself. He should pay attention to the subtle things they're doing.
Yeah. As you
We are
Like, clear that he's lost.
So I act like I'm leading him, but I let him.
Yeah. He's secretly leading you guys into like a back room within the guild. It's sort of like a storage area, and he says, "All right, so how can I help you? You want to into the Under Guild, huh? Tell me, who are you?"
I'm a peddler. I personally am a peddler.
Are you really gonna try and post off that bullshit still? This guy's a lot smarter than that. If you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I know.
I could probably pull up being a peddler.
He is a driver of mine. I am trying to find information on someone, and he has criminal ties.
Ah, well, who might you be looking for?
How do I say that fucking name?
Like you're asking, like really, like
Which name?
The dude.
You mean the Vampiric Belmot?
Count. Wait, what is it?
You're looking for the Vampiric Belmot.
Oh, Vampiric Belmont?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Duke said.
Oh, I was looking at the count.
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone that goes by the alias of the Vampiric Belmont.
He looks a little. He doesn't look surprised. He just looks like taken aback almost. Like he didn't expect you to like ask about that specific individual. He says, "Well, if you're looking for him, you must have some business with him." I'm gonna be frank with you. I'm one of the upper staff of the Underguild. If you're looking,
Lucky.
if you guys are looking for some trouble, then I would prefer you don't bring it down there. And when I say prefer, I mean you might end up in a body bag later if you bring some trouble to my guild.
we're not looking for trouble.
No.
Just information?
Just information.
All right. I'll bring it down.
Man,
So-
we don't need to say we found him.
So he walks over to a nearby set of boxes that are like stacked in a very particular way. He moves them to the side, and below that is a sort of trap door. He lifts the trap door and he says, "You two, in."
Angelo goes in.
We all get changed. Oh fuck.
Yeah. As you all both walk down, you appear to be in some form of hallway. The stench is noticeably more significant here, but it's not bad. It's like smells a bit like, not rotting, not like,
Chlorine.
it smells almost like, it just has that scented dirt and grime that you sort of get from like a basement, like a not very clean basement.
Yeah, or a cellar.
Yeah, a cellar. And he sort of like closes he goes down the ladder as well. And he says, "All right, you two, follow me."
Alright, Eli.
He walks along and goes up to one of the doors that has a sort of one of those slits, right? He
Wait, open it, you fuck.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's the boss.
yeah, he walks up to the door. The guy looks at him, looks at the other two, and he opens it. And inside you see what looks to be some form of tavern bar thing, like a sort of
It's an
central
armory.
area.
And he's just like, we need
Dominate.
guns.
Yeah.
Lots of guns.
And as you walk in, I'm gonna pull you both together.
That's not a girl.
All right.
Oh,
So, as you both walk in, the two of you, the two groups, walk in from opposite doors at the same time. You both
Hey,
see
what's
each
up,
other from
guys?
across the room.
Hi, Mark.
The others are looking noticeably worse for wear. Except for one, that being the sea elf, who looks to be perfectly fine. On the other hand, you two see these guys with some guy in finer clothes. You two see those guys with another guy of their own, that being some form of more... He looks wealthy, but not fine. If you get what I'm saying.
All right.
Oh.
He's rich, but he's gotten the shit beat out of him.
Like a loan shark kind of deal.
He looks like he's been in a good few scuffles, to say the least. He then the two of them then walk towards each other and they say, and then one of them speaks up, the one with the three of you, Honkler, and those three, and he says, "So, I see you also brought some interesting individuals into the hall." And then the man that they were with says, "So, yeah, son, who are these three with you?" And then he then says, "Would you three like to introduce yourselves?"
I am Nathanos. I am a knight from far from here.
I'm Antonya, and I've actually worked with this man before. And she points to
Yeah, son.
however you pronounce his name. Yeah,
Yeah, son.
Ison.
However you say it,
Yeah,
honestly.
I figured it'd be like Ison, like ISIS, but Ison. I don't know.
Honkler?
She's just gonna say, "I'm just a knight traveling with these two," and points to the sea elf and Thanos.
All right. And then yeah, son looks a little intrigued and he says, "So, who are those two lads that you brought with you?" "I'm not familiar with them myself, so I'm intrigued." And then the guy says, "Well, the man over there with the finer looking clothes, that man, definitely some form of thief in his background. Knows the cant, you know." And he sort of, and then he motions to the other one. "That one is just someone with the other guy, Glandall and Angelo, I believe."
Wait, I didn't introduce
Oh, did you not
myself.
introduce yourself?
No, we didn't introduce ourselves.
That's a good point, you're right. I don't know their names. However, as long as they don't cause trouble, we won't have any problems.
Then there will be no problems.
No problem.
Would you two like? And they said, "Would you two like to introduce yourselves to all of us? Because I'm not quite familiar with you myself."
Names in the underworld aren't forgotten lightly, so I'd prefer to keep my name in less webs.
Yes, that is probably smart if you intend to be more of a troublesome individual. However, connections are always valuable, so I cannot say whether or not this is the best choice for you. They then say, or then he says, "I have to go deal with guild affairs. You all are clear to do as you wish." He then walks away, and the only man left is the son. He then says, "Well, I hear you." He then turns to the other three. "Did you guys mention what you were here for?" I don't remember correctly.
You didn't ask.
I mean, he probably heard it when the bandits
Yeah,
or
you're
when
right.
we
You're right.
told the bandits
Yeah,
what
you're
we were
right about
doing.
that. I forgot about that tiny detail.
Mhm.
Then says, so I hear you're looking for the vampiric Belmont.
Correct.
Well,
Yep.
I could say he's not here right now. However, I think a few people around here might be able to tell you about him. In fact, I think I have my own things to say. He motions to the three of them. Come on, follow me. I'll lead you guys. I'll tell you all a bit about him.
Nathanos would follow him.
I'll also follow.
Is Thalia gonna follow?
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, so the three of you follow. Do Glandall and Angelo go with, or?
No, you don't poke heads in others' business.
Yep. Smart choice.
Right here to control.
He sits all three of you down at a table, and he says, "I'll get 3 ales for my lads right here." And yeah,
My lads.
yeah. Quickly, or not too long after that, 3 tankards of ale are placed before you, and then a nice fine glass of what appears to be whiskey is placed in front of him, and he says, "So, let me tell you a bit about this guy from the little interaction I had with him. He came in here, a bit of blood on him. From what I could tell, he also had a scuffle with some people in the same place that you guys interacted, shall we say, with those other urchins. It was a different set of urchins from what I remember, but they had some. He had some interesting times. I had just been walking back to the guild from the sewer system. As you know, not a big fan of me around here, so I have to take a little bit of a secret entrance that I know from the sewer system into it. It's closer to the one of the gates, and it also helps that the guards on that side are good friends of mine, shall we say. Anyhow, I had encountered him, and at first he was looking for a fight. However, I assured him that no such interest in such an encounter. He appeared untrusting of me at first, very, but the man then came to sort of accept it and asked if I could give him a little bit of assistance to get into the guild. He was looking for a bit of a place to lay low for a bit. I did tell him that I had a few safe houses that he could stay at within the town whenever I have one of my subordinates come in and they cause a bit of trouble. However, I had some, he didn't seem interested in such an arrangement. After all, didn't seem to trust me in the slightest. He didn't tell much about himself. He did give me his name, Martinet Belmont.
Martinet?
Martinet, yes. Seemed to...
The Duke also gave us that name.
Are you saying that out loud, or are you mentioning that?
No, that out of character.
Okay.
That was an out of character remark.
Yeah.
Just to keep people.
Nah, we just want to let everyone know that we work for the Duke.
Yeah.
Right the fuck now.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
He then proceeds to continue with, he stuck around for a few days. I had a few conversations with us, what he was doing here and whatnot. He let me in on a few details, mostly regarding how he was looking for a little bit of information from the noble family, the Count, here. And I can't say I knew too much about that. Nor did I want to get involved in affairs involving the Count any further than I have to. After all, I just like to do business in his town. I don't like to deal with his politics.
Also,
So,
Why German?
do you guys have any questions for me? I'm sure that you
What would you...
have plenty.
What would you say this man looks like? Like, give a rough description of him.
Brown hair. He's got a scar over his right eye. Green eyes. You know. Doesn't
All
a
right.
little bit slimmer in build. Came in wearing a black cloak, and he appeared to have a ring on him with a signet, but I didn't recognize the signet, so I couldn't tell if it
Could
was
you
nobility, or anything like that.
could you describe the design of it for me?
Yeah, I think it was something along the lines of a somebody stabbing a pointed cross into the heart of a vampire, I think.
Can I roll history to see if I know this?
Yes. Roll history for me. You recognize it. It is from a noble family that existed, from what you can tell, it did exist back in your time. They weren't too remarkable. They were a viscounty. I don't, and you don't quite remember where. They were a viscount in one of the holdings of House Trudoe.
Since I'm sitting there, could I also roll history to see if I know?
Yeah, sure. You know a little bit more.
So-
We'll get to that in a second.
Alright.
Riley, did I ever tell you where that thing is?
No.
Okay, I'll just decide on a place
What
then.
thing?
No, I did decide on a place. Never mind. Carry on.
Yeah, alright.
So, you and they were a noble family, a viscount within within House Trudoe. That's all you know about them. The other thing you know, or Antonya, you have a bit more up to date knowledge. You were doing business within Vicehaven a good few years ago, when you heard news of a family, a noble family, House Belmot, getting basically disavowed, and all their titles being revoked, and then being thrown practically into exile, with the head of household at the time being executed for treason. He was executed by the king instead, rather than the duke.
Directly?
Not directly by the king, but in the presence of the king. Within
Right.
Blacktown, in the capital.
With the king ruling.
Yes.
It would have been very cool if the king just like, off with your head, and just cuts it off.
That's what you know about the symbol. You also know that it was a viscount somewhere within House Trudoe. You don't know the specific location.
How far are they from us?
Are you asking if you're in earshot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll perception.
Okay.
Alright.
That would be this one.
Yeah, both of you can hear.
Okay, can I roll history?
Yeah.
Can I roll history?
Yes, you can roll history.
No.
Alright, you know about the same things as, Tony. Oh, Riley, you know a lot about this household.
No. The bard got tails.
Yeah. So, I don't think I need to go into it too much any more than I already have for the details, but, basically, you know that the House of Belmont was, like, within the village of Frankenland, to the south was their major holding, which is one of the larger villages, and it's one of the border villages of House Kitos.
This is not the one I want you to see, but it's a reap.
House Trudeau proper has had good ties with the family due to their proximity, and they oftentimes were engaged in more trade agreements, and the House Trudeau oftentimes offered their own guards to supplement Frankenland's and House Belmont's. So they were pretty close families. And you also know that it was suspected foul play that House Belmont got disavowed and effectively destroyed.
They were not disemboweled.
Probably talking to her friend.
She is. She said disemboweled is what she said, as in like removing somebody's bowels.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I thought, okay, so Chris, honestly, I think you said disavowed.
Disavowed, yeah. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's been saying.
Disavowed. That's what I've been
Yeah.
saying. If you
It's like, I
friend
had
her.
to cast it down, because when she said disavowed, I'm like, oh, did he say disavowed this entire time?
No, I've been saying disavowed.
The noble house was disemboweled.
Yes.
That would certainly be very violent way to deal with the problem.
Well, the head of house was
Foul play.
executed, you know, so I figured maybe the rest of them got disemboweled
I
somewhere
am
along
so
the way.
sorry. Okay, I'm not very
The-
sorry, but damn.
The ruthless king. I see why they're choosing a new one.
No, he was not
Dying.
disemboweled.
Just killing people.
So,
I'm assuming you get the news or something.
anything else?
Yeah.
You three?
You know what? I think it might be time to ask this question from last session. So I lean into Ice and I'm like, you've been around Vice and Haven recently, right?
Yeah.
Or within the past few years?
Yeah. I've been speaking. I've done some business under the table, of course.
Have you heard rumors about the Duke there having a commoner lover
I've
among his royal
Hold
guard?
on. I think you
well,
got the wrong person. I don't think it's the Duke.
that's certainly something I haven't heard.
Got disemboweled.
Where did you hear this from?
Well, I don't know if I can exactly say where I heard it from, but I've heard that he has a commoner lover among his royal guard.
Interesting. Now that is surely a tale to spread.
Oh no.
God.
The Thanos would pull Antonya back a little. That's not our place to be doing this.
And it's just a question. I mean, what? I'm gonna bite myself in the ass for saying this. What harm can a question do?
A lot of harm.
Fine. Alright, that's it from me.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Thalia?
Yeah, why is it German?
Why not?
Each house is a different theme that I went for.
Jesus.
Oh, okay, so ours is German. Okay.
House Trudeau just uses a German theme. House Haker uses a Greek theme. House House Revian uses a what's it called? Italian theme. House Kitos uses a French theme, and House
The Royal Lands is like an English name.
it's an
right?
English theme, yeah. And House Zentren uses a Netherlands theme, a sort of
Netherlands.
yeah.
Dutch.
I
Baguette.
used the Dutch theme.
Dutch.
The Dutch. I forgot what they're called. All right, they're so irrelevant
Alright.
in existence. Anyhow,
They are. Yes, let's say this on stream.
Dutch people are irrelevant.
Dutch people are irrelevant.
Say goodbye to your
fucked.
entire Dutch viewer base.
Fuck Dutch people. Anyhow,
That's why they have their own little island over there to themselves.
It's actually like Australia.
Dude, fuck Australians.
anyhow, any questions? No. Well,
None that I have to ask.
he finishes his drink and then he puts it down and he says, "Drinks are on me. Enjoy your time in the guild. I'm sure you can find people with a little more information than I have, but I digress." And he stands up and steps away.
Alright. We should look for information. Nathanos would
Thalia is
speak
gonna make sure her gold is pretty well hidden. It's like she's just gonna take it, just shove it inside of her armor, so if anyone does get handsy, they can't get her gold.
Well, if they think that she's a man, I don't know if anybody's gonna want to get handsy.
That's not what I mean by handsy, damn it.
Like handsy as in like
Pickpocket.
pickpocket.
I know what she means.
Yeah.
Pickpockets, damn.
I mean, I would suspect that most thieves probably should not want to steal from thieves.
Thieves' honor.
I don't think they
No.
want to piss off the thieves
They
guild.
probably know that they're
No,
not
there's no
thieves,
thieves'
though.
honor.
It's
I'm
kind of
just gonna say
obvious.
they don't want to cause trouble in the thieves guild.
Yeah.
So, you all are sat at the table. Glandall and Angelo both heard of a bit about it. And, you know, you guys have free range while in the town, while in the
Yeah.
Underguild.
Nathanos would
guys-
speak.
You
Go
guys
ahead.
know where I heard that rumor?
Do tell, since obviously now you've started something that's the Duke's probably gonna hate.
It was when we were coming back from our first mission, and we were waiting for him to get out of the meeting, and I tried to eavesdrop. I think that's what I heard them talking about.
All right.
Riley,
Nathanos
what are you
would
eating?
speak now.
Riley, what are you eating?
Candy cane. Candy cane.
God damn it.
Again?
Yes.
Oh my
That's right.
god. Nathanos would speak in a low tone to Thalia and Antonya. We should probably split up and look for information on where we can find the man.
Hey, Chris, who's in the tavern?
A lot of thieves.
Well, yeah, well, I mean,
What do you mean, who? Like,
Who looks the friendliest?
give us give us a number of and anyone who seems not immediately probably gonna try to stab us or something. I don't.
well, okay. There's a man in finer clothes, drinking with a few
Yeah,
others,
someone not
who also appear to be in slightly less fine clothes, but one of them including the guy that you would come here with. Then there is the bartender. There is the man that had just walked away from those three. And then there is one dude, sort of just off on the sides, who appears to be a middling sort of member, dressed in black leather armor that's reinforced by a few straps and a hood.
I'm just
Alright.
gonna go to the bar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bartender.
All right, so you both go to the bar.
I'm gonna go over to the last dude you
Right.
just described. But, I'm gonna let y'all do your thing first, but that's just what I'm doing.
I'll pull up a stool, I guess, and order a drink.
All right. As you approach the weird. As you approach the bar, a few people give you some looks, but otherwise, you approach it and you sit down, and the bartender approaches you both, and he says, "What can I get you?
Just a standard ale.
Ale,
Whiskey.
whiskey. All right. That'll be 1 copper for 2 drinks on you, sir. I don't know how to describe you. I don't know your name either.
I put a gold.
You just put a gold,
A
In bet-
man with a
in
punchable
between us.
face.
so you're paying for both of you.
Yep.
Wow.
That's the implied.
He picks up the gold and he examines it. He bites down on it for a second and he says, "All right." He then walks back and he comes back with a mug of ale for Angelo and the whiskey. A nice fine bottle of whiskey. And he puts it down and he gives you a glass as well. And he puts it in front of you. All of it actually looking pretty nice and clean.
Yeah.
For
Myself
the
a glass.
times, of course.
Yeah. For
Pour
the fight,
myself a
it
glass.
goes against our expectations of a thieves guild.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in one before. I don't think it does.
Well,
Okay.
for someone who hasn't been in one.
Devise the expectations of those that, sort of,
Aren't experienced.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just start slowly drinking, and I want to see who looks like an informant.
Roll perception.
Okay. I mean, sure. Where is that? I just had it. There we go.
That last guy that I mentioned.
Okay. I'm gonna take my bottle.
Okay.
Can I get the second glass?
Oh, yes, of course. He, puts another glass down, he says. Go right ahead.
And I carry them both over to the last guy.
Yeah. At that point, you also saw that Antonya was heading in his direction as well.
Feel free. And I give
Angelo
the
will
guy a
follow
glass
him.
and set the whiskey bottle down between us. And I sit across.
So, I'm guessing you come to me
Angelo-
for a specific reason?
Yes, I'm looking for information on a man.
Who might that be?
Fucking Vampiric Belmot.
Ah, yes. Well, what are you willing to pay?
What are your prices?
Well, I've got a bit of information about him that I think might intrigue you. About what I've dug up on him in the time he was here.
Angelo will go up to sit with him as well. Just a second.
I think I'll price that at about 2 gold for that info.
Angelo will pass over that. Will slide 2 gold across the table.
All right. He takes the 2 gold. He examines them. He also bites them, and he puts
He's dreaming.
puts the gold in one of his belt pouches, and he says, "So, Mr. Belmont has a bit of a history. Martinet Belmont, as he was priorly named before he gained the nickname the Vampiric Belmont, was a member of the House of Belmot from Frankenland in House Trudoe. What he is looking for here is information regarding, I believe, from what I can tell, regarding who was responsible for his father's basically downfall of his household. Correct? That's what I have dug up in the basics. However, a little more about Martinet himself. He's a bit of a paranoid individual, to say the least. And from what I could tell, he was being trained to be the spy master of the next head of household.
Dude, who's eating?
Riley.
Sorry,
Mute it.
And he's being trained to be the next head of household. Or was being trained to be the spy master of the next head of household. And of course, the current head of household.
Of who? I couldn't hear.
Of House Belmot.
Okay. Oh.
Let me pull up a little more. Let me pull up a little more information for you. Because I had a bit more written down.
Yeah, wasn't their house destroyed a while ago, though?
A few years ago.
Oh, it's only been a few years.
Yes.
I thought it'd been like 50 years.
No.
Like, damn, bro, he's still young enough to break into a count's house?
Martinet, I think he's in his early 20s? I'm not quite sure of his exact age. I'm not...
Would you...
Oh, please go ahead.
No.
I'm not...
Continue.
I don't know everything about the man. I can't claim such a thing. However, from what I know is that he's gone to quite a few different places across the households. I believe that his last location before he came to Ezefel to investigate our account, he was going to the town of Hazo to see if the proper Duke had any relations. From what I could tell, that one went off better, but I still think that he gained a bit of renown for that, and I know that the House of Hager isn't a big fan of him, to say the least. And from what I could tell, they know that he's in Ezefel now, and they've dispatched a certain set of guards to come and deal with. That being their top guards to come and search and deal with him. I think they're about a half a day's journey out since the letter was sent informing the Count.
Do you have any information on where he is currently?
Well, I do know that he had left about 6 hours ago. He was, from what I could tell, going to head to the manor again.
The wandering tradesman.
In broad daylight?
Well, I don't think he was going to leave immediately. However, I don't know the specific details. He might have some secret entrance that we don't know about. After, of course, his last escape. However, I do know that that is where I believe he was last spotted heading towards by the guild. Anything else?
Do you know exactly what he did at the? I heard that he had a scuffle at the manor.
Yes. So, he was first looking into the daughter of the Count to gain a sort of entrance into the politics, get an understanding of what was going on in the household. The daughter of the Count was the eldest daughter, from what I remember. And I do not know the specifics about the scuffle, because, of course, none of our informants work within the manor yet. However, I do know that he managed to get caught after a while, and during that he managed to escape somehow. He took out, from what I could tell, 3 guards on his own.
Like killed or?
I'm not sure of the exact details. I just know that that's the reports that I've read up on. Anything else? You've already paid your...
Enjoy your whiskey.
Ah.
I pour myself a second glass, and then I stand up with that glass and leave the bottle.
All right.
I have a few personal questions.
Oh?
Unrelated to the vampiric Belmont. And I'm just gonna wait till Angelo and
Angelo will quickly down his ale and
Glandall leave.
All right.
Well, Glandall's already left, but yeah, just wait for Angelo.
So, what kind of information are you looking for?
I assume that he'll also ask for gold, so I just slide him 2 gold pieces instinctively.
Well, what you're paying for is some pretty good information then. What do you want?
What can you tell me about Trudeau?
Jackson.
Yes.
Well, Jackson Trudeau. I'm not familiar with him too much. Mostly because, not my expertise. The guild operates mostly within House Haker's territory. However, we have, of course, some of our members and associates that do go, in occasion, to House Trudeau and his land. Trudeau himself, from what I could tell, he was not the first son. I don't know how much you know about noble politics and whatnot. He was the spare, the last and final child of Cornelius IV. Yes, Cornelius IV. He was to be he was raised in a more militant aspect by a man named Quintus Verus. Don't question his relation to my other character in Hell's March. Quintus Verus was a high-ranking military official in the house proper, and he had the title. He was I think it was a Viscount of the Robe. He was raised to that title due to his military accomplishment. And he, I believe, was the prime factor for Trudeau's modern mindset of militarism being key, which isn't the most popular mindset among many of the other houses, to say the least. However, that militaristic mindset has gained him quite a bit of leeway and benefits within other houses. He has connections in basically every country except for Donfellow, which isn't a very big fan of him because he's a human. However, he's got connection to the dwarves in the south alongside the humans of the west. And in the north, he's got connections to House Goldscale, which is one of the houses in the eastern portions of Grayscale, or Greyseeker, alongside, I believe, another house, but I'm not sure of that one. He also has led multiple different battles personally, and is personally trained at the Trudeau Academy of Officers and military multiple times. Has personally taught and oversaw before he was a duke and when he was a duke. Currently, he is on his fifth year of rule since he turned 19, and I believe a few months afterwards, his father died. There you go. That's the 2 gold pieces you paid off. Anything else you'd like to know? You gotta pay a little extra for.
Tell me about Quintus Ferris, and I slide him 2 more gold pieces.
Quintus. Well, Quintus was a man that was born, I believe, as a relative commoner. He was the title of a baron. House Varus was a very minor household. Quintus being the highest and only son of the barony. He was the only son, and as such, he had to adjust to that fact. He decided that from what I could tell, he decided that the best path to move up in the world, alongside to develop his own skills, was that of the military. That connection between him and the military is where a lot of his current mindsets arose from. He is not necessarily the weakest man in will at all, mind you. He's very strong of will. However, he has tendencies to be a little soft at times, especially to those that he has developed strong bonds to, and that has led him to being betrayed, I think, on 3 separate occasions. So, slow to trust, to say the least. The man had a difficult time progressing in the military as a low member of a relatively low-born noble house. He had to work to get to where he is today. A lot of nobles, especially within Trudeau, are only military men because of their noble titles. They didn't earn it the way that many others had to. However, such a case does not apply to Varus, where, of course, he got into the Officers' Academy because of his noble status. His eventual rise and his military victories on multiple occasions spoke for themselves. He rose up to the current rank of colonel and advisor to the Duke, and currently stands as the head of his military and garrison forces. I could go into a few more details, but I'd like to ask, is there anything specific you'd like to know before I continue going?
Who are the people that he has trusted that have hurt him?
Well, one of them, I believe, was one of his subordinate commanders, which was actually from what I can tell, I believe he was an agent of Greyseeker, of the Emperor Greyseeker, trying to infiltrate the House Trudeau and infiltrate House Trudeau and its military From what I could tell, he was from one of the western portions, um, and he wasn't of any noble status, but he was of significant uh, uh, ability in his infiltration, and that was one of the major ones. Well, that is true, Glandall. Um,
I just thought it would be a really just badass response.
that would be fucking cool as shit, honestly. Kind of wish I did that.
Yeah.
That man's name.
Betrayed him.
That man's
Dead.
name was Valdemar Lister. The second individual of note was his first wife, who cheated on him on multiple occasions without his knowledge.
What a simp.
And he basically struggled to achieve. He did have a child with her. However, the woman, well, I don't know what drove her to this. That would be a question for him. Got a bit manic and killed off their first son. The woman, I believe, was Rain Varys, previous surname being Rain Loom, which was from the House of Loom, which isn't a very notable house, just another baron, and just another barony within House Trudoe. I think she was the third daughter. And the third one was, I believe...
The werewolf?
She's a werewolf.
The third one was the werewolf.
Oh no. Wait.
That third one was an individual
A
back
werewolf.
during his time in what's it
The
called?
werewolf
No,
society.
stop. Back during his time in the academy, they had grown a decent friendship, and once Varys started to do well, the man Seaman Jacobs. I will send that to you because you're gonna spell it wrong.
Seaman Jacobs.
Seaman?
Seaman Jacobs had some close they had some close connections, and then envious of his friend, he attempted to have him killed, and they had an honor duel with Varys as the victor, and Jacobs dead.
Nah, I thought Varys lost, and that's why he's alive. Wait.
Anything else?
Who does he trust now besides the Duke?
From what I could tell, he has relations to, or close relations to a few members of the court, specifically the court blacksmith and enchanter, who have on multiple occasions crafted weapons for him. One of the other individuals I believe he has connections to is the captain of the Royal Guard, Malene Grotto. However, I am not specific about that because the Royal Guard, or the Trudeau Guard, hasn't been called in about 4 years. Anything else?
Nope, you can continue.
Well, that's all I have for you. At least in regards to what you've paid for on him.
Alright, well. Thank you for the information, and then I get up and leave.
He gives a light nod as you walk away. And he takes another drink of his whiskey.
Out of the bottle, or does he pour a glass?
He poured himself a glass.
Nice.
What if you did drink it out of the bottle? Were you just gonna, like, go back over there and just take it? Like, no.
No, I just want
You've lost your drinking privileges.
You've lost your drinking.
You have lost your drinking privileges.
No more food for you.
Alright,
Yeah, I don't know.
does anybody else want to do anything?
My
I finished
character.
my glass.
Alright, Nathanos, your turn.
My character has nothing else to do, really.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Disappointing.
I'm disappointed.
Rip.
Anyhow,
I mean, there's one thing I can do. I'd like to look around for anybody that's like hooded and cloaked, marked with any dead symbols,
Dead, as in like
undead related.
roll perception. Yeah, you don't see anybody in here.
Darn.
Nope.
Unfortunately, you're in a thieves guild, not a.
Well, I know, but
Church?
it was worth a shot.
Where would symbols of the undead be?
Probably a wizard's cabal. Necromancers, as
The
in.
graveyard.
I guess. Is necromancy not outlawed?
Generally is, but there are some people who are allowed to practice certain aspects and research
Okay.
into it, especially.
Okay.
But only certain people, and they have to be like allowed by the king or
Is it-
certain dukes.
To clarify, is it the whole school of necromancy or specifically raising the dead?
Raising the dead.
Okay.
That's the part that's outlawed. The whole school of necromancy. That's why it's such a tentative field.
Fuck
Yeah.
with the dead. Just saying.
Anything else? Does anybody want to do anything
No.
in the place? All right.
Besides, give my glass back? No.
So you give your glass back to the guy?
Yeah.
I think for today that's a good place to leave off. I hope you all had fun this session.
It's a great
I
session.
think it went well. We had some changes of pace. We had some different stuff going on, and it was just good fun. And
We got to fight. Woo!
yeah. All right. I hope you all had a good session,
Someone.
and have a good night.